So, folks, here's a big insurrection, the violent, disruptive criminals that are out there. So, let's just show all this criminal activity that they're doing here briefly. This is muted, so just so that I can show you guys. But look at this. Wow, look at all those criminals. Look at all that, you know, look at all those people breaking the law. But yet, um, he can't say what law they're breaking. Because in Canada, you have the right to assemble, you have the right to free speech, you have the right to redress your government. Not anymore, folks. Not anymore. So, um, here's this the deputy prime minister and the finance minister, Chrystia Freeland. And folks, just so you know, she's not even a Canadian. She's an ex-American reporter. She actually wrote the George Soros um, autobiography. She worked for George Soros, and now she's our deputy prime minister. Did nobody ever do background checks on this woman? You know, we thought we had a half decent prime minister when he was running because of what he was running on and everything. And, we knew that he had some kind of background with a little bit of political background because of who his father is and that. Um, but he didn't really take politics in school. He became a drama teacher. Um, and a ski instructor. And the reason why I bring up the drama teacher is because what he's been doing in Parliament is creating drama. And what he does is he takes all of his liberals into their room and teaches them drama on how to push the narrative, on how to make it look like you're upset. But that's not, and that's all he's doing is he's acting. So, again, shit like this is happening. Let's see what this, um, let's see what she's got to say.
We are broadening the scope of Canada's anti-money laundering and terrorist financing rules so that they cover crowdfunding platforms and the payment service providers they use. These changes cover all forms of transactions, including digital assets, such as cryptocurrencies. The illegal blockades have highlighted the fact that crowdfunding platforms and some of the payment service providers they use are not fully captured under the Proceeds of Crime and Terrorist Financing Act.
So, there you go. Under the Emergencies Act that they invoked, banks can actually literally freeze your accounts and have no repercussions whatsoever, even if it's proven false. The banks cannot be held liable for doing it because Justin Trudeau put in these Emergency Measures Act. So now they're freezing bank accounts. They even say that they're going after corporate accounts. They'll take your vehicles. They'll cancel your insurance. They'll freeze your bank accounts. They will seize your license. They will impound your vehicles. Because of the riot that is happening in Ottawa and across Canada. I'm still trying, and I've been searching hundreds of different YouTube sites and Facebook sites that are out there. All these people that are reporting on the ground, walking through, talking with people, talking with truckers, and that. And the worst thing that I've seen so far was the police arresting a 78-year-old man because he honked his horn. We have the police literally caught stealing gasoline right off the back of truckers' cars or trucks. We have, and then yesterday, if you notice, there's a video going around about one of these counter protesters that live in the city stealing a flag from a 13-year-old girl and then attacking the father in that. And these are the type of arrests that are being done. It's counter protesters that are in the city that are causing the problems, because hold on a minute, folks, here. It's the counter protesters that are doing all this. Between the counter protesters and the police, this guy right here is the chief of police in Ottawa, and this little fucking bald-headed dickhead over here, this is the deputy chief of police of Ottawa. So let's see what these two pieces of shit have to say.
Lie rule is a form of racial discrimination. He couldn't be softer on actual terrorism.
Sorry, folks. I thought that he was actually talking there, but he's just basically talking about all the bullshit that's going on and just using him as a background. But what people don't understand is that chief of police ordered the cops to do it. Simply end the mandates, and then martial law to the right. And look at that's a good meme. It really is. And that's basically what's happening here in Canada. We are actually under martial law here in Canada now. And for what? If this government would actually stop and listen to the people that elected him, shit like this wouldn't be happening. But he thinks he's better than everybody else, and he thinks that he knows best for everybody else. That guy doesn't even know what's best for his own kids right now, let alone fucking in the country. In Windsor, Ontario, there, when the police were there to move the blockade, it wasn't the city police that removed the blockade, by the way. They helped do it, but the government called in the RCMP SWAT team. Those were the people that you seen in the brown uniforms in the background and that, with all those heavy guns and in those big armored vehicles and that. That was the RCMP SWAT team. Some from Ottawa and some from Toronto at a Pearson International Airport, where one of the main headquarters for the RCMP is. I believe the one at Pearson is the provincial headquarters, and then you have the federal headquarters of the RCMP in Ottawa. And that's where these guys came from. Because the Windsor police knew that what they were doing was wrong, that what the protesters were doing was right, but they needed that government backup to show that they can do whatever the fuck they want because Justin Trudeau said so. So, and this is the problem that we have. And then So when they were there at the border, not only did they use the RCMP SWAT team, but they also came with Children's Aid Society. And any protester that had their kids there, that got arrested, their kids were automatically would be taken into custody of the Children's Aid Society. That's how bad it's gotten here. That's why a lot of people literally left, because they were too scared of for their kids. As you notice, there was still a lot of people there without children, and that did their best to stand their ground. And then them going around threatening to give tickets if they didn't leave the whole area. They were up off the road and everything. They were on the sidewalk, and then the cops are still telling them that they had to leave the area. Now you're not allowed in certain areas if the police tell you that you can't be there. Doesn't matter if it's a legal spot or not, and they don't care. So let's check out the last of this. It says about 100 convoy trucks in downtown Ottawa have children living inside. Police. And of course, you see this is fake news that's putting this out. Propaganda television. So let's see what they got to say.
Yeah, they were worried about the safety of the children here during the movement of the Freedom Convoy. So I've been on the ground, I've been asking questions to the parent. Let's check it out. Why it's important for you to bring your kids here at the Freedom Convoy?
I need them to see what standing up for your freedom and rights looks like. For them, they got to see the truckers go by. We're from Pembroke, and that was really exciting. But I was here last week, and I saw how peaceful it is, how beautiful, like the smiles, how happy everyone is. And I thought they need to see this. They need to see what kind of history is being made here, and not just read about it later on in the future. They need to see what everyone's fighting for.
It's important for our family to stand for freedom together, I think, and they're going to be the next generation, So that's what I would say. Do you want to add?
Well, and that there's nothing for them to be afraid of here. Everybody's really friendly, completely safe, and it's good. Yeah, it's good for them to see Canadian patriotism and unity across every spectrum of Canadians. So
to know their rights, everybody has the rights to choose, and everybody's got constitutional rights no matter what your age is. And for a protest, I don't think it's very protest-like. It's almost seeming like a very family-oriented thing. And everybody here is happy and learning that we all have rights.
It's for their future, that they have the freedom to be who they are meant to be, to use the gifts that God has given them. And this is very important. It's a time in history that this has a chance to give her freedom back. If this won't, I don't know what will.
I think it's important that they come and support this. Everyone's fighting for their freedom, their future. It's important for them to see what it's like. Pourquoi pour vous c'est important d'emmener votre enfant ici au convoi?
C'était pour pas mal visiter puis montrer aussi que c'est une bonne place pour les enfants.
Et jusqu'à maintenant, comment s'est passé l'atmosphère avec les enfants?
C'est beaucoup familial, plus que je pensais. On se fait donner plein de choses, puis le monde sont beaucoup après les enfants. C'est vraiment familial.
Ouais. Ça fait combien de temps que vous êtes ici?
Ben, nous, on est arrivés ce matin, puis c'est ça.
Et combien de temps vous pensez rester?
Juste la journée, on va revenir probablement en fin de semaine. Je voulais voir c'était comment. Puis je suis très heureux avec la petite. C'est parfait.
Can you describe the atmosphere for the children here on the ground?
Very, very happy. Everybody's willing to say hi and hug each other. There's a hockey game going on down the street full of kids, and everybody's just having a good time here.
Oh, it's happiness constantly. Like everybody's giving them hugs. They're handing out like granola bars, and they make cards for truckers and other people. So they've constantly just seen how happy everyone, how peaceful, how loving it is, and for them to kind of finally see that environment, see that there's hugs, there's love, there's happiness instead of just a constant fear like the rest of the world is trying to impose on kids right now and everyone.
It's been absolutely beautiful. We've been here a few days, and we keep coming back. And it's such a wonderful place to be. Everyone has the same goals in life. Everyone is happy to be together, united. and that we want freedom, and we need it for ourselves, we need it for our children, we need it for our grandmas and grandpas and our whole families. Everyone needs to be able to have that chance to just live life normally again.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's welcoming. Everyone loves it. They're thanking us for bringing the kids down, and we're thanking them for being here, supporting us, and we just love it.
Do you feel any danger for them?
No, not at all.
Oh no, we're from a very small town. Actually, we're on a farm, and it's we just the kids were going off on their kind of wandering away, and one of the truckers said it's a very safe place, and I said I know. I feel like we're in a hometown fair, and it's beautiful.
Oh gosh, no. Not at all. I talked to my husband. Unfortunately, my husband couldn't come because he's working today. But he said it, and he's like, no, like I trust your judgment. And I said, I've already been there, and that's why I came here last week to see what it was like. And I'm like, there's nothing. There's nothing bad here. There's no reason to fear for them. Like there's play sets. There was bouncy castles this weekend. They're having so much fun. I have no fear for them being here.
Do you feel any danger for the children around here?
No. I mean, like, you know, sometimes you get weird people downtown, but I mean,
There's actually fewer
Yeah.
strange people around now than there is
yeah.
usually. So, yeah.
Absolutely not. Not during the day. I'm not quite sure how it is at nighttime. I know everybody's seen the videos, but during the day it's totally safe. But I can't comment on the nighttime.
And are you staying here, or are you just coming during the day?
Just came during the day, so we're only an hour and a half away, so it wasn't too bad of a drive. So yeah, it was worth the drive.
Yeah. And are you staying here, or you are a family that run a truck?
We're local. Yeah. So we live just outside of Ottawa, just coming down. It's their third time here over the last 2 weeks, so just like to see how things are going and keep encouraging the truckers that came here and are standing up for our freedom.
If you were a trucker, would you stay with your entire family in the truck?
Oh, that's a hard call to make. I think because we have such a young family, it would be very difficult to stick around with them for an extended period of time. At the same time, it would be hard to be, you know, if I was traveling across the country, it would be hard to leave my family behind for that too. So all the truckers that are doing that, I just really appreciate that sacrifice that they're making.
If you were yourself a truck driver, would you live with your children inside of your truck?
For this instance, I would. Yes, absolutely. To prove a point that in this fight for freedom, that people are willing to make the ultimate sacrifice.
I would feel safe too. What I've experienced, I haven't been here all the time, but I would say the people that are here, the people that are for freedom, the people that want their lives back, the people that see the lies that are happening and how our lives are controlled, they're for each other. Everyone is supported, everyone is helping each other, and I would feel safe in this environment.
And now you live all together in the hotel?
Actually, we don't. We've been coming and going. We're not that far away. We don't have a glamorous story on how we ended up here. We come during the day. We have a farm. We have to take care of our livestock. One of our sons brought in a tractor the other day, and we did bring it home. We needed it. But we're doing our part, and our kids too. They want freedom, and they're doing what they can. That they have the right to be able to do what God has in mind for them.
Yes, I would. We're fed up with this. We're farmers. We're tired of it. We can't get parts. We can't do anything. So the kids haven't been in sports because we refuse to get them vaccinated. We refuse to be vaccinated. So it'll be nice to get back to normal. I hope this does a difference.
What do you prefer here?
I like to play hockey. There's like hockey going down there, and see other kids and give them stuff. We're giving them out shirts and stuff and giving them to people.
As a truck driver, can you explain to me, for the other trucker with their family, what is going on? Do you see a lot of families sleeping in their truck, or they sleep somewhere else?
Yeah, so there's lots of families around. We see kids all day long. Kids come and take pictures and hang out with us all day long. I rolled in from Saskatchewan, so there's lots of families that came in their trucks. But a bunk is quite small, right? Like there's one bed in there, so to sleep multiple kids, their wife, especially now that we're 2 weeks into this, is very challenging. So we're more than fortunate to have access to hotel rooms and local housing. So any families, they've been sleeping in the hotels and the housing just because it's available, and it's, like I said, very uncomfortable for the families to be sleeping in their trucks. So, yeah.
And can you describe the atmosphere for the children so far here?
Oh, the kids love it. Yeah, the kids they're over the moon. They're supporting us how they can. They're giving us lots of pictures they're made. They had bouncy castles. There's nothing but positivity. Like the kids are our number one focus. So they've been treated fantastic. Yeah, they're more than welcome here.
And do you feel any danger for them?
Not at all. No, absolutely not. The kids are. You can tell just by everybody around. It's very safe for kids. I would never tell someone not to bring kids here. It's very beneficial to have the kids here and have them see what's going on.
So, there's your violent protest, folks. And that's just, again, this is just one independent journalist. They're quite big here in Canada. As you can see, it's Rebel News. But this is just one of the many that are out there right now that have been documenting all this. There's been nobody trying to break into places, nobody assaulting people other than the police assaulting people, or the odd counter protester that's out there that doesn't like it, gets all drunk and goes around, steals flags from 13-year-old girls, and then cries at the end. And these videos are out there, folks. Please just check them out. They're there. I implore everybody to just go on to different channels, not just Rebel News, but there's been a couple of people that I know that have been out there since the beginning. Please go check out Travel Fund 69. This guy's been there the whole time. Again, Ottawaks. Please go check out him. And then there's You Ottawa Scotty. And then there's the Canadian Rambo. And the list goes on and on. So, just search and you'll find it. There has been absolutely no violence. And they're just butthurt, and especially Justin Trudeau, because there's actually, a country that is standing up against what he's doing, and he doesn't like it. So he turned it into a dictatorship. Exactly what I told people was going to happen. If we did not get Justin Trudeau out, this is going to become a communist country. Well, there you go, folks. As you can see in just this video alone, the emergency acts were invoked. You could lose your driver's license, you can lose your insurance, you can lose your vehicle, you can lose your freedoms just for being at a protest, because our tyrannical, communist-loving goof, piece of shit, cocksucker of a Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. So, again, don't let me catch you on the street by yourself, Justin, or even with a couple of people, because a couple of people are not going to stop me. I will get to you. And that is not a threat. That's a promise, bitch.